Good morning, everyone. Those of you that don't know how to sit properly in a seat, I can help you. Do you need help? Sad I am. Good morning, class of 2026. Welcome to your first town hall meeting. So we have some things to go over with you. There's a few of us that are going to be speaking with you. This is one of those times where we really need you, really need you to pay attention once a month when we meet with you, because everything that you need to know is going to be discussed here. We will also leave this for you guys to see on your Google Classroom, but you have to pay attention to this stuff, because if you don't, you're going to be lost. I have not done this yet, but this is the first time I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start off with something positive. Not that I'm always negative, but the next slide that I need to talk to you about is not necessarily super positive. So I put together a little something just to let you guys know this is it. We are here. So bear with me with my corny little speech to you guys. So as you stand at the threshold of your final year, I want to remind you of how far you've come and how much promise lies ahead. This year is not just about completing requirements, it's about discovering your strength, embracing challenges, and preparing for the opportunities waiting beyond these walls. There will be days when the path feels overwhelming, but remember, every assignment finished, every test taken, every choice you make is shaping the future you're building. You have already proven your resilience, and now it's time to let that confidence carry you forward. Believe in yourself, support one another, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. That's what growth looks like. The tassel you'll move at graduation represents not only achievement, but perseverance, determination, and courage. You are capable of amazing things, so keep pushing, keep believing, and keep shining. Okay, so the reason I wanted to start with that is because the next thing I need to talk about is this. So I spoke to you guys on, I guess it was probably your first day when we were in the gym. It was a little hectic, so I know some things may have gone missed. If you have study hall on your schedule and do not turn in the study release form, you will be rostered for a full day. I'm gonna say that once more. If you do not have, I'm sorry, let me try again. I'm not repeating myself correctly. If you have study hall on your schedule and have not turned in a study release form, and this is by Friday, you will be rostered for a full day. So you will have classes period 1 through 8. If you have study release on your schedule and have turned in that paper already, but are choosing to come and sit in the auditorium during your time off, whether it be before or after your classes, you will also be rostered for a full day of classes. You will have periods 1 through 8. On that paper that I gave you guys, which is why I was emphatic about you reading it, study release is different this year. We're not having kids hanging out in the building after or before. You need to come in at your expected time and leave at your expected time. If that is not going to work for you, I can put you in a full day of classes. No big deal. But you're going to be sitting in something that you don't necessarily want to be sitting in. So, for study release purposes, if you have it, you've already signed it, come in when you're supposed to, leave when you're supposed to. If you have study hall on your schedule and do not turn the paper in to me by Friday, I am going to roster you for a full day. Okay?
To add to that, I do have several names that were given to me already from admin. I was told that some seniors are in other lunches and you are scheduled for study release. I have a list of names already. So I need you to know, if you're in here, I know that you are remaining in the building and you have until Friday to get it right. Once you are scheduled for those classes, it will not be reversed. So once the schedule goes in for Monday, it will not be reversed. You have been warned and you were told, and whenever you and your parents signed up for the study release, you understood that you were to leave. If you don't want to leave, then you should have never completed the study release form, which tells me that you want to be here. So if you're going to be here, you will be in a class. Only certain individuals have come to me and asked if they could stay for a particular reason, for a particular day only. It is not continual. It is not a continual thing, Mrs. Threadgill. What I want to do is just stay after school or stay after my study release for this particular reason or whatever. It is not continual. It is just an exception for something in particular. That's it. And only 2 people have come to me and asked about staying for a particular reason that day. Only 2. So those of you who are remaining in the building, I've already created, again, I have a list of names, and you will receive a schedule come Monday, and it will not be reversed.
Okay, just some things to pay attention to senior year. So you're going, what you need to do now, this is not the time, especially with this new schedule. Your academic courses go from September to June, okay? There's not that semester break where if you fail something the first semester, you have the second semester to make it up. You have to stay on top of your grades. I'll leave the college stuff to Ms. Boyd. Well, sorry. Meet with your teachers and counselors if you need extra support. Balance your schedule wisely between academics, your extracurriculars, and your downtime. Practice time management and independent skills because you're going to need these after graduation. We are not here to help after you graduate. Build communication and self-advocacy. This is so important right now because those of you that are going on to either a post-secondary school, the workforce, the military, whatever it is, you are going to need to advocate for yourself when you're out there. After you leave high school, parents and guardians can't help anymore, and neither can we. So you have to be able to advocate for yourself. It can be stressful, but make sure you guys are doing healthy routines, staying, working on your stress management, because nobody needs to freak out and we lose, time in class and things of that nature. And don't compare your path to others. This is not 11th grade. This is 12th grade now. So when you're done, Amir, let me know. Shh. Everybody's path looks different. Every one of yours. So don't think you're looking at somebody and saying, oh, they're here and I can't do that. It doesn't mean that. Do not compare yourself to anybody else. Okay? Who else here?
That wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, credit recovery. I know you guys have heard announcements. It is also in your Google Classroom, but if you need credit recovery, you need to sign up, and you need to sign up quickly. It starts on September 29th. I have a list of 23 kids, which is my shortest list ever. Thank you very much. But you need to get signed up. Remember, we don't know how many sessions there are. Last year we had 4, the previous years we had 3, so don't wait. And if you don't know what you need to take, please make sure you come see me and I will get the classes to you. The deadline is the 22nd to register, which is next Monday. All right, this is a lot of information, but I'm gonna make it little. Act 158. I believe everybody has heard about Act 158. If you have not, it is the state of Pennsylvania's graduation requirement. It is not Academy Park's graduation requirement. So you not only have Academy Park's graduation requirement, but you have to also complete the state of Pennsylvania's. The state of Pennsylvania, the first way to get through Act 158 is to pass your Keystones, all 3 of them. The other way to do that is to get what's called a composite score. So let's say you were really good in bio, pretty good in lit, and math was like, We can add those scores together and it gives us a number that we have to meet. So currently, I went through every one of your Keystone scores last week, and there are 64 of you that are already done just because of Keystones. So congratulations to all of you. If you do not know if that is you, just ask, I'll let you know. So the next way to do that, if you do not pass the Keystones, that is also okay. We will move you on to another pathway. If you receive a 4-year college acceptance letter, if you receive a 1010 on the SAT, right, and a 970 on the PSAT, or a 31 or higher on the ASVAB, and a 21 on the ACT, that puts you into what is called the alternative pathway. If you do any of those things, that is a checkoff, you are also done Act 158. If you end up in the evidence-based pathway, which is the third pathway, that is where you'll hear everybody talking about the community service. So those of you back there that are not paying attention, please don't come ask me. So community service, I'm not going to give you a definitive number of hours. What I'm going to tell you is this. You have to apply to Delaware County Community College or another 2-year trade school, college, so on and so forth. You have to give us that acceptance letter. That's check mark 1. There's 2 columns. One, you need an artifact from column 1 and 2 artifacts from column 2. If you are in that second column, you can have a couple of things. One is that you meet the NCAA Division II requirements, which is a 2.6 GPA or higher, that we have a sheet that we have to calculate. That can be one of the artifacts. If you are working and maybe you're planning to work there, if your job on their letterhead writes a letter to us and says, I plan to give Ms. Ridley full-time employment upon graduation, that also counts as an artifact. The last thing is community service. If you can't do anything else in that column but community service, you can do 2 community service activities. There are things that have already been posted, I believe, that I've seen. Some kids are already doing community service. Some kids may already be done community service. A lot of seniors last year volunteered at the Sharon Hill Library. They do have requirements, though. When you go there, you must not be dressed with anything hanging out. So no crop tops, no booty shorts, no bees, okay? You know, old bees. Keep covered. That is their requirement. They were fantastic with us last year. They took so many of our seniors. So if you know that you are not in any of those and you're ending up in the community service, you're gonna need to start thinking about these things because we don't wanna be chasing you down in May and then run the risk of you not graduating on time. Because if you do not complete Act 158, it doesn't matter if you complete the Academy Park graduation requirements, you are not eligible for graduation. So there are 2 things you need to do. It's Act 158 and Academy Park graduation requirements. Okay? This is...
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, just to all let you know, please pay attention because I don't like to repeat myself. You catch it, you catch it. If you don't, find it or ask someone else. Okay? Okay. So, senior one-on-one meetings are already being conducted. I'm calling certain students down. Certain students are already making appointments. I've also been in classrooms and will be in another classroom today in order to conduct those senior meetings, which is your post-secondary conversation. What are you doing? How can I help? Here are some tools and some resources to make sure that happens. It is cut off, but it says utilize your Google Classroom, the Remind Me, the info on the wall, which is outside of my office for information. So what do I mean by that? Google Classroom is where I post everything, and that is how I communicate with you. How many of you in your Google Classroom have seen your senior year checklist? That's not enough. How many of you checked in your Google Classroom and already seen the Act 158 pathway sheet for you? Still not enough. See what I'm saying? You're missing out on some vital information. It is all right there, okay? The Remind Me app. If you want to be a part of that, that is completely up to you, okay? I'm not forcing you, but you can text that code to that number. So what does that mean? If there is a deadline for the ACT or the SAT, I will let you know there, okay? If it's the last day to sign up for a college rep visit, I will let you know. Certain things that I think you need to be reminded about, I will do it there, okay? If you think about it and you want to do it later, the information is posted on my door, so you actually have to look. Seeing your checklist, there are hyperlinks there. I don't know where to go to sign up for my SAT or my ACT, there's a hyperlink. If you are an athlete and you plan on playing sports in college, for you to sign up for that, the NCAA website, the link is there on the senior checklist. everything that you need. Common App, the Black College Common App, and all the above are there. Hyperlinks, it is very simple. All you do is have to go and click. Scholarships, scholarships, scholarships. How many of you have utilized the scholarships in your Google Classroom? Okay, it should still be more. The scholarships are not just for those attending a 4-year college or university. The scholarships there are for trade as well. So no matter what path, there is a scholarship there for you. Scholarships get posted in your Google Classroom on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week. And all you do is have to click, and it takes you straight to that website. So there is no excuse whatsoever. So just in case, on that senior checklist, find your career path. If you still are unsure what you would like to do, go to that senior checklist. There are career assessments that will help you figure it out. During our senior meetings, we can also have that conversation for me to help you figure it out. You can create a school list, okay? A college match, a trade school match, based on what you would like to do. I have no idea where I would like to go. You can utilize Naviance. You can utilize Big Future. A lot of you signed up for Big Future when you took your PSAT. All of those things that are listed is how you can create a college match list or a school match list, okay? How can I apply? If you are going to a trade school, you apply directly on their website. If you are going to a college or university, you can still apply directly on their website, utilize the Common App, utilize QuestBridge. You can also utilize the Black College Common App if you are applying to HBCUs. That one is specifically just for HBCUs. However, you can get a waiver. That way you do not have to pay. If you go to the direct website, you can get a waiver. However, you have to communicate with me that they're asking for a payment, and there is something that we have to fill out together. On the Common App, you all go to a school where you get free lunch. Whether you choose to eat it or not, you get free lunch. So guess what? You get a waiver. So when they ask you, are you eligible for a fee waiver? What is your response? Yes, good job. Okay, QuestBridge as well, you can apply. I'm working with one student to complete her recommendation for that. And for the Black College Common App for the HBCUs. Do we know what that stands for? Because I can't assume. Okay.
You want to say it out loud?
What is
Go ahead, go for it.
Say it
Go ahead. Yes, excellent. All right, so you can also request your transcript. How do you do that? If you go to your Google Classroom, it'll tell you how to match your Common App to your Naviance. If you go to your Google Classroom, it will tell you. And I put videos there for you too, so there's no excuse. All right, college entrance exam. Last week, some of you came to get the ACT waiver because that was the deadline for the October test. For the SAT, the deadline for the October test is this Friday. I received one email overnight for an SAT waiver. You will get that from me today. However, if you do not have a College Board account already set up, please don't ask me for a waiver. You have to come already with your College Board account set up, and then I will email you that waiver once you email me, all right? You have until Friday to apply for the October one. Financial aid, we have a parent and student workshop that is next month where you will learn about financial aid. The one in January, we will have another one. That one is where you will actually receive help if need be to complete your FAFSA, okay? And then the NCAA, again, if you are a student athlete who wishes to play in college as well, you need to do this or you cannot play a college sport, all right? That's something.
Good morning. The student council nomination form went up yesterday. I already have 38 students who have nominated either themselves or someone else. I put the QR code up there if you want to scan that. Otherwise, you can access it through your computer. You need to fill it out. Once we have all the names of those who would like to be on the voting form, then we will go through and make sure that you meet the requirements. There are requirements for you to be eligible to be on the student council this year. So once we go through all those names, we'll put those on the form and we'll get that sent out. Okay, we'll get that information to you once we get it all situated. But if you are interested in becoming president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, or a class representative for the class of 2026, now is your opportunity. I put this up on the Google Classroom, so you may have already seen it. Some important dates of things that are coming up. The nominations are open. The form closes on Friday. 2:55, when I leave here on Friday, it's closed, so don't email me. You have Monday through Friday to do it.
All right, so those of you who are interested in a student council position, please know that you will have an opportunity, once we get the names to you for those that will be in the running, you will have an opportunity to campaign. There are rules around campaigning, and as soon as we get those names to you, we will let you know when you can start campaigning, which means you will be able to put signs up. There's a certain size that you have to use. Of course, you cannot bribe people. You know, you can't do that. But I will give you the campaign rules, and also, after we campaign, we will also have a session where you will have an opportunity to give your speech. Once you give your speech, then everyone will vote. So we want to make sure that we get this in the way and out of the way before elections in November. Also, I want to put this plug in. If you are 18 and you have not registered to vote, please let me know. Well, if you have not registered to vote and you want to register, please let me know so that we can get you registered. Also for those. Okay. Also for those who are 17 and you will be turning 18 right before November elections, we want to make sure that you are registered to vote, but we'll get that information to you as well. But I just wanted you to know, for those, since you're nominating, you need to know that you will be able to campaign, and then you will also give a speech in front of your class.
Okay, also this week, seniors are taking pictures for your ID on 9/18. If you miss it on 9/18, you'll have the opportunity to do makeups on 9/19. That schedule is coming out today. You have to take your ID picture. We're going back to scholarship from what I hear, so you're gonna need your picture to make your ID. No school next Tuesday. School on Monday, no school on Tuesday. We are having a back-to-school pep rally on Friday, the 26th. Oh, I need to fix my date. It's the 26th. I'll fix it before it gets put up on Google Classroom. There is a Longwood Gardens trip pending approval. We're still waiting to hear from ESC. It will be on October 2nd, which is a Thursday, $10 during the school day, kind of like we did for Ridley Creek. Pending approval. I will post details as soon as I have them. Early dismissal on the 3rd, no school for you on the 13th of October. And the big one that you keep asking me about, final senior pictures here at the high school are 10-15, 10-16, and 10-17. You cannot book yet. It's not open. I will tell you as soon as you can book, but you can start making your appointments for hair, haircut, nails, makeup, whatever it is that you need. 10:15, 10:16, 10:17. Listen to me very carefully. If you miss this last session here, you will have to drive to Bensalem. I cannot help you if you do not book on these days. We mailed home a letter. It looks like this. I know you can't read it. This has your senior dues, $140. Prom tickets, $100 per person. It also has information about graduation. Some of you will not be joining us on graduation if you do not make choices that you need to make in order to be successful. Don't tell me you didn't know. The letter is dated September 8th, mailed home, probably yesterday. It's in the main office. It's in the library. It's posted on Google Classroom. Start paying your dues to me as soon as possible. $20 here, $20 there. It adds up quick. Do not wait until prom. You don't pay your dues, you don't go to prom. It's an awful lot of money that you need to pay all at the same time. Thank you. If you are interested in a yearbook memory page, please come see me too. This is on Google Classroom and also got mailed home. And this is the pep rally schedule that will be posted. In case you have vote check in the afternoon, you will need to talk to. You will be excused. This is why we wanted to put it out here for you. Do you have any questions for me? Don't bother Jetter. She's teaching. Come bother me.
Good morning, senior class. I'm glad I had this opportunity to meet with all of you because I think a lot of people still do not know who I am. So here is your formal introduction. I am Ms. Vega. I am the climate coordinator. I am not the lunch lady, which is what everyone keeps saying. I am the climate coordinator, which means what for you? Which means if you get into a fight, you will see me. If you need to, I'm looking around. If you need to have a mediation of some sort of conflict resolution, you will see me. What you need to know about me is the less that you see of me, the better you are. I shouldn't know your names. If I know your name, I'm hoping that it's in a positive way. How can each of you help with building this positive climate? Not fighting, thank you. That's the first thing we're trying to do, especially as seniors and young adults. When you graduate in June and we leave here, we cannot enter the real world and fight people just because they looked at me the wrong way. So we need to show respect and responsibility. What does that mean? Very quickly, it means that you are respecting each other. We're not speaking to each other using profanity. I've heard a lot of that since I've been here. We're going to speak to each other with respect, and we're going to be responsible for ourselves, right? Because we're all young adults, right? Do we agree? Yes? We're speaking to each other in a volume that's not disrespectful. I've heard a lot of that as well. Tone matters. I'm going through this really quickly because we don't have enough time, but I will be seeing all of you, I'm sure, at some point, and I will be touching base with all of these things. Again, you don't want to see me unless it's in a positive tone, so let's be positive together. If there is an issue, you can see me at any time. You can ask to see Ms. Vega. I'm only touching on this because people keep asking, what are your lunchroom expectations? People keep asking, why do we need to sit now at lunchtime? My best answer to you is because we said so. But the better answer for all of you is because it is going to keep you safe. If you are sitting down, I'm able to look around the cafeteria and see where everyone is and what everyone is doing. I can make sure if you're running, you're gonna be safe. So we can avoid that if you're sitting. So our expectations as, I'm moving it like I have it. Our expectation is what myself and Ms. Treadgirl have been saying. You come in, you find a seat. We will call your tables to get up for your food, and then you will return back to your seats. We realize this is your only time to speak with your friends and really hang out. You can do that. We're not saying that you can't be with your friends, but I need you to do it sitting.
Now, when we go to lunch at 10:20, I expect that none of you will say you don't know why we're doing this. This is your expectation in the cafeteria from this point on.
All right, the college fair next week, September 25th. College fair next week, September 25th, from 9 to 12. From 9 to 12. Please come prepared for the college fair. Ms. Ridley, will you have the information? All right, seniors will go first. So this is a college fair that's open to all students here. College fair is open to all students here at Academy Park, but we want to make sure that our seniors have the first opportunity. Ms. Ridley will post information in your Google Classroom so that you are prepared for when you come in and you meet certain representatives from different colleges, trades, and all of that good stuff. I want to reiterate a few things that have been discussed. One, we do have our next trip. Again, we're just waiting for final approval from ESC. That will be October 2nd for Longwood Gardens. I was unable to attend the first field trip. However, I was here for our senior sunrise, but I was unable to attend the field trip with you when you went to the park because I had to go home to North Carolina for a funeral. But I was told that most of you were on your best behavior and that you all had a great time. And that's the type of thing that I like to hear, because the more you do what you're supposed to do, the more we will find opportunities for you all to have for your senior year. Again, I told you this senior year or this class is very special, and we want to make your senior year as special as possible because you all missed out on opportunities these past couple of years. And again, your last field trip for school was in the 8th grade. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. You did not have a field trip during your high school career, all right? So I am trying to make sure you have a special senior year and that we have many opportunities and activities for you all to participate in. But I want to make sure we are very clear. If you do what you're supposed to do, then we will make sure that we give you the opportunities. Over here to my right. Right here, over here, right here, right here. I need you to stop. Right here, he still turned around. God bless America, stop. Oh, Jesus. What in the world? Listen, y'all 17 and 18 years old. Again, you were reminded this is not 11th grade town hall, this is senior town hall. You have a new administrator. I don't play, don't have time for it because I'm dealing with young adults, and so I will treat you as such, all right? Again, I want this to be a special year for you, but you must do your part. We already have some individuals who are ineligible to attend the next field trip. I don't have a problem with adding more individuals to the ineligibility list. All right? So please make sure you do not get on that list. I must say that I do not have a lot of referrals for 12th grade. I pride myself or not having as many as other grade levels. Please do not, please do not, please do not be in my referral inbox. All right? How do you get there? Because of behavior, because of attendance, because of lateness, any of those things, stay out of my referral box. So please do not cause your teacher to have to refer you to me. I don't like when individuals are referred to me because then it takes time out of my busy schedule. And then when it takes time out of my busy schedule, you end up getting the bad end of the stick. Okay? All right. So, next, hold on. You're going to lunch. No, I'm sorry, you're going to advisory, and then you will be going to lunch. Please make sure you bear these announcements in mind, and you can find this PowerPoint on your Google Classroom.